It was 1 year ago today that we cut into our midday newscast with breaking news out of Barrow County. Police were responding to a shooting at Apalachee High School in Winder. We saw students leaving the school headed to the football field and choppers were flying overhead. We later learned from deputies that a gunman had taken the lives of 4 people and left a community scarred. Today, we remember 14-year-old students Christian Angulo and Mason Schermerhorn, football coach and math teacher Richard Aspinwall, and math teacher Christina Aramy. We have team coverage for you this midday. 11 Alive Stephanie Chaynock live from the state capitol, where lawmakers are meeting with the families impacted by the shooting. And Ariana Maniz is live at the school today. Ariana, being back on the campus there can be so heartbreaking for the students, and this is still fresh for them even a year later.
That's right, Aisha. Students, staff, and the families of this Apalachee High School community, they came together for a day that's being called a day of prevailing love, but it is a quiet day here at the high school because as from the looks of the student parking lot, you can tell a lot of students decided to stay home today. It was a quiet start. We saw very few students walk into Apalachee High School at the start of the school day. Today was optional for students as they were allowed an excuse absence to reflect on the tragedy at home. For those who did come today, they spent the day giving back. We heard announcements on the intercom. Students were bused to local organizations like Habitat for Humanity, the Food Bank, and elementary schools for a day of community service projects and also mental health sessions. And district-wide Barrow County students and staff were encouraged to wear Apalachee school colors to show their support. Each school paused for a moment of reflection. And as we look back on the day, we spoke to the Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith, who says it was evil that walked into Apalachee High School that morning, but he believes what happened showed the strength of the county and the resilience of this community.
Just know that this will never define us. This is an event that is marked in time, but I'm so proud of Barrow County. You know, ordinary people did extraordinary things that day. It was amazing. So that's why we want to be remembered.
Now the community will gather later on this evening at the flagpole behind me in front of Apalachee High School for a candlelight visual at 7 p.m. The community is welcome to attend. Reporting live from Apalachee High School, I'm Ariana Maniz for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. And also today, Democratic lawmakers and families of the Apalachee High School victims, students, and supporters of gun control all speaking out on the 1-year anniversary. 11 Alive Stephanie Chaynock was there at that press conference. Steph, what did these families have to say on such a somber day of remembrance for them?
Well, it was definitely emotional, Aisha. Families and students sharing their struggles with grief following that deadly shooting a year ago today. One woman saying that her sister was in class when those shots rang out, but she survived. Still, the death of 2 other students, she says, has left her with a heavy grief this last year. Now she's calling on lawmakers to make things right, and she says make schools safer. She also says she believes gun violence and mental health go hand in hand and thinks they should be prioritized in schools. Students that survive also here today recounting what happened September 4th, 2024. Lawmakers here today saying they grieve with families. Representative Michelle Al speaking on the importance of new gun control laws in Georgia, but that in order for proposed bills to pass, the culture surrounding guns needs to first change.
The shooter was just 14 years old. It is natural to ask, how could this happen? How could a 14-year-old get access to this weapon unsupervised? What is a basic thing, a concrete solution that we have to prevent this from happening again?
This past year has been heavy. Grief has no rule book. For some, it has meant quiet reflection. For others, it has meant speaking loudly, demanding action, refusing to let silence be the final word.
And also today, Aisha, there were groups here at the press conference holding signs asking for more gun control. One of those signs reading, "I'm just a mom here for a safer world for our children." And we're going to hear more from students that were there the day of the shooting and what they remember and what they shared with us so bravely. Live here from State Capitol, I'm Stephanie Chaynock, 11 Alive News.
All right, Steph, emotion still raw even a year later. Thank you. We just learned this morning that a new trial date has been set for Colin Gray. He is the father of accused Apalachee shooter Colt Gray. Colin Gray is accused of allowing his teenage son to access the weapon used in the deadly shooting. In April, he successfully had his trial venue moved, citing substantial pretrial publicity. And this morning we learned that his trial is now set to start February 9th. A grand jury has charged the alleged gunman, now 15-year-old Colt Gray, with 55 counts ranging from murder to aggravated assault and cruelty to children. Prosecutors plan to try him as an adult, but his trial date has not been set. 11 Alive has been covering this story since the very beginning as the news broke. Today on 11 Alive Plus, we will have full coverage of the one-year remembrance. Join us for exclusive stories, in-depth interviews, and updates on the ongoing impact to the community. You can watch 11 Alive Plus for free streaming on your TV.